Hey guys, jumping right into the video. This video today will be about foundation and its application. And if you see me looking down at my phone, it's because I have some notes on here that I don't want to leave out any useful information that will be beneficial to you guys. So let's go right ahead. First things first, when you're doing your foundation, you always want to prep your skin. So what I mean by prep your skin is you want to use a primer. You have to know whether or not your skin is oily or if you have dry skin. Now, if you have oily skin, you want to use a primer that's meant for oily skin, which would be like a matte primer. If you have dry skin, then you want to use something for dry skin, which would be something dewy. And then you also want to make sure that you moisturize your face and put moisture back in your face. Now, comment down below if you guys want me to do a separate video on primers and different moisturizers for different skin types. First things first, if you have like dark marks on your face or red in your face at all, you always want to color correct. And I have here the Anastasia Beverly Hills color correcting palette, in which I use, and I'm sure you guys have seen this in my video quite a few times. I use the orange shade here. Now, if you have dark circles or dark marks or hyperpigmentation or anything like that, you want to go for the orange shade. You want to go with a green corrector if you have red spots in your face. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply this to my dark areas on my face, the areas in which that I want to color correct. And color correcting helps balance out the foundation, because you don't want to put your foundation on and you still have like your dark circles or your dark marks or your red marks peeking through the foundation. Alright, so now that I have that blended, we're going to go right into the foundation. Now, when choosing your foundation, you have to choose your foundation according to your skin type. Now, if you have oily skin, you want something that's more matte, the same with the primer. If you have dry skin, you want something more dewy, because if you have dry skin and you put a matte foundation on top of dry skin, that's going to be a hot mess. And if you have oily skin and you put a dewy foundation on top of oily skin, gonna be slick. Okay, so that's what you don't want. So once you find out whether or not you're oily or you're dry, then you go in and you pick out your foundation. Now, Maybelline Fit Me has foundation set for both oily skin and dry skin, and they're very, very affordable. All right, so for me, I'll be using today the NYX Total Drop foundation in the color Cappuccino. And so I'm just going to place this all over my. And another way to tell what foundation will work for you in selecting your foundation, I know that a lot of people have a hard time picking out their shade. What you would do is you would swatch the color shade that you think will work for you on your cheek. So what I would do is I will be in Walmart or Target or whatever, and I open the bottle, I do, and I would just swatch it right here on my cheek. Now, on camera, this looks a little red or orange, but in person, it's really not. But that's how you would determine what color foundation is right for you. You will always, always, always put a swatch on your cheek and see how it compares to your actual skin color, okay? And now I'm just going to blend this foundation in with this Morphe M439 brush that I picked up from Ulta. Now, when you're applying your foundation, you can either use a brush like this, or you can go in for a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. For me, I prefer using a brush, because I feel like it just leaves more of a flawless finish. But the sponge is nice too. And this brush here that I got now, this M439 brush, I picked this up from Ulta, and it is $14. And you can also pick up the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush or Ultimate Beauty Brush. You can get that from Walmart. That's $6. There's also the Real Techniques face brush, which is awesome. You can get that too from Ulta, or you can get that from Target. You can even get it from Walmart. And right now, it's on sale for like $6 at Ulta, and I believe $4 at Target. But I know it's $6 at Ulta for sure. That I do know. So I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more foundation. I hope you guys can hear my baby crying. Like, she's in there hollering with her dad, giving him such a hard time. It's alright, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue to blend this out. Also, when you're blending out your foundation, you want to always make sure that you get your neck area, because you want everything to blend in seamlessly. Like, you don't want your foundation to be too far off on your face than, you know, your neck, which it should be anyway if you get the right color, but sometimes, you know, people get tans or whatever. So alright, so now that I have everything blended out with my blending brush, you can also go back in with your beauty sponge, and you can just go ahead and just press this into your skin on top of the foundation, just to give it more of a flawless look and a seamless application. Or you could just opt to use just the brush or the beauty blender. You don't have to use both. It's completely up to you. Alright, so now we have our foundation on, and just to recap, we color correct. Well, first we prep our skin, then we go in and color correct any areas that we want to color correct. Once we do that, we go ahead and apply our foundation. Now, like I told you before, when you're looking for your foundation, you always want to swatch it on your cheek area to see which color blends in seamlessly with your complexion. Now that we have our foundation on, we're going to go in and set our foundation with a powder. Now for me, I use the Sephora powder that I got from Sephora, or you can use a translucent powder, which is a white powder. You can also use a loose powder, which will be something like this. It'll come in like a container like this, and it's loose. Or you can use a pressed powder, which will come in a compartment that looks like this. So it's really your whatever preference that you want to use. And the translucent powder is just a white powder, but I choose to use this powder here, and it's very similar to my skin tone, and it melts everything together. And the purpose of setting your foundation is that you don't want it to move throughout the day, and you don't want it to transfer throughout the day. Okay, so now we've set our foundation so that it won't move throughout the day and it won't transfer. And so after we've done that, we're going to go ahead and use a setting spray and just lock everything in together. As far as setting sprays go, you also have to know what type of skin you have. So once again, if you have dry skin, you would opt for a dewy finishing spray, and NYX has a great one as well, and it's the dewy finish. The one that I will be using today is the LA Girl Pro setting powder, and this is for it has a matte finish to it because I like my face matte. I already have oily skin, so I don't need anything dewy on my face. So by me having oily skin, I will opt for a matte finishing spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this all over my face, and you just let that sit. And once you spray your finishing spray, or whichever one you choose to use, you can also go back again in with your damp beauty blender and just press that setting spray into your skin, just to make sure it soaks it up very, very well, because we just want that nice finish. All right, so we have that part blended in perfectly. Alright guys, so I just went off camera and just finished this look. Went ahead and added some lashes, I added some liner, and I went ahead and just finished contouring and highlighting my face. And I also have a video on how I highlight and contour. I'll link that in the video up here and also down in the description box below. And if you want a little bit more detailed on how I highlight and contour, leave me a comment in the comment section saying that you would like that, and I will go ahead and do another video for that as well. I really hope that you found this video helpful on how to apply foundation, what type of foundation you need based on your skin type, and also just something to take away from this video that will help you in your makeup journey. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be up to date on all my new videos that are coming out. So until next time, I love you guys and see you soon. Bye.